Hello and thanks for joining me for this Running Club webinar. My name is Dave Evans and I'll be giving you a bit of background to PaySubs Online, looking at what we do, why we do it and how we do it. So briefly, how it all began. Many moons ago, I managed an adult football team. The hassle of collecting forms, chasing players for money, recording who has and hasn't paid went on all season long. Now fast forward 15 years and I become involved in running a junior football team, and guess what? Things hadn't changed. Cash and checks were still flying around and people were filling in paper forms in the rain. I thought surely there's a website now that can help modernise this madness, but there wasn't. So I decided to do something about it and started by looking at what doesn't make sense to do in this day and age. Well, it doesn't make sense to have new members fill out paper forms that had to be typed up by the membership secretary. Members can type up their own forms and submit them online. Info goes straight into the membership database, unless of course you want to approve them first. It doesn't make sense to send renewal forms to existing members who have to complete it, send it back to the membership secretary for them to cross-reference against last year's info. Members are capable of updating their own information, they just need access to it. And it doesn't make sense to spend time chasing members for money when you can have a system that does that for you. It also doesn't make sense to ask members to write out a check and put it in an envelope, buy a stamp and post it, when they can simply pay online. Equally, it doesn't make sense for the poor membership secretary to spend time ticking off who's paid and waiting for enough money before he makes the next trip to the bank. So much easier if the funds are transferred and reconciled automatically. And it also doesn't make sense that just one person in the club has the latest spreadsheet, and if anybody else needs it, they have to wait for it to be emailed. Much better if there was a central source of information so authorised officials can access the latest data online. Those were some of the obvious things that got development started in 2009. By 2011, the site went live, and in the preceding 4 years, we've constantly updated the site in line with client feedback. We now help administrators from over 500 organisations, from small clubs up to large organisations with over 10,000 members. The business, well, it's supported by 5 full-time members of staff, with a 6th joining us soon. We're based down in Hartfield in East Sussex, which, if you didn't know, is Poo country. Poo Bridge is just a 10-minute walk away, and there really is such a place. Okay, so what do? Well, the system can do as much or as little as you want. When I say as much, it can't make the coffee or open a bottle of wine, but it's pretty good at all things membership. So, for example, new member registrations, membership renewals, membership cards and safeguarding members' data, financial reporting, group emails, selling products and services, maybe organising some coaching courses. You can run online event registrations, social events, fundraising events, races. Also has some built-in fundraising tools, so you can run a supporters club, which is I suppose another word for a 100 club, and you can accept online donations too. And you can accept payment via the system, by debit and credit cards, PayPal transfers, bank transfers via a direct debit system that we have integrated, and you can record offline payment too. So for all those people that may still give you cash or check, there won't be many of them, but there'll invariably be 1 or 2, you can record that on the system. Okay, so why do we do it? Well, we do it to help you save time. We all have 1,001 things going on, and I'm guessing the last thing you want to do in your spare time is admin. We want to help you improve safeguards too, especially if you have a junior section where perhaps you might, well, I mean, you certainly will need to protect their information. So our system allows you to give access to every feature and function on the site, but importantly, it allows you to give access to different groups of people on the site, so you can really tie down who you give access to. We want to help you increase income, so we give you the tools to help you do that. And ultimately, we want to make life easier for you, the administrators, and for your members. Okay, so how do we do it? Well, first of all, let's just take a brief look at a very headline view of how it works. So what we do is we input what members can pay for. So typically that will be your membership categories. We can build online forms for that, so we can replicate your existing membership forms. We add members to the system. We request payment from them. We receive payment, and then we can have access to the latest information, be it their membership information and their payment information. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to the web application.